Hello everybody, time for a honing video. I'm gonna hone this Ralf Aust razor, a 5/8 razor from Solingen, Germany. Gonna show you the stones. This stone here is this stone. It's a 6,000 grit special, professional stone, Naniwa. It's a really great stone in my opinion. It works just great. Second razor is stone is this in this box, this yellow one. And it's an 8,000 grit stone, specialty stone from Naniwa. Those stones that I use is these two, and the finishing stone is Aiwadani jnat, a really beautiful jnat with a slurry stone to build up the slurry. So gonna start with this razor, this stone. Sorry. The first thing I'm gonna do, add some water. Just to I water the face surface. I feel on the surface there is no debris, no hair or something like that. And the first thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna kill the edge very gently on the corner here, twice, and check with the tomato. I always use a tomato to check if the edge is killed and working. So as you can see, it doesn't want to cut. So let's start. The reason, I have already looked with the loop, so I know how the edge looks like. The reason why I kill the edge is that when the edges emerge and sharp, I know it's from this stone and not from other previous stones. And the first thing I do is some of these half strokes, or what you call it, from the beginning, just to put something on the edge. And then I'm gonna take the loop and take a look and see how the edge looks, so I know where it's hitting, so I know what I have to do. So I have a little bit feeling what's going on, and it feels like it's hitting perfect. This razor is straight and so on, so there's no issue with this razor. It's a stainless steel razor, as I understand. Can be a little bit harder. Just gonna try to dip this little bit more towel there so the water doesn't run over this part, so it stays more in the middle. So now I start to working with like this and check where I'm hitting and so on with the edge. But this is a little bit harder razor, so sometimes you have to work with it a little longer. We shall see how it works this time. These Ralf Aust razors are just great. They are really awesome razors to shave with when you get a nice edge on them. I do these half strokes, something about 5 to 10 strokes, and I flip. I always try to do the same amount on each side. When I do this, I hold it in both hands. I don't put any pressure. I just drag it over the stone. But I start with a little bit pressure on the toe here first, and then I put the pressure in the middle, and then the toe. Sorry, the heel first, and the middle and toe. So the heel, the middle, and the toe. And I try to do approximately same amount on each side in the beginning, just to see how the edge emerge, and then do some X strokes. And I don't use much pressure when I do this. You don't have to use pressure. It's the stone that have to work. And after these strokes, I'm just gonna wipe it off and take a new peek with my loop and see how it looks. And then I'm gonna test it on the tomato. The edge is, if it's start to get sharp. I think this would be great. It's a nice small edge. And if you can see, it start to cut already. Just in the toe here. And I got to just work just a little bit more. And the dishwashing machine is finished. Just a little bit. Open it. Sorry, and turn it off so you don't hear the beep. Just add a little bit of water here. And I do these X strokes. Put in a little bit, not pressure, I lean it just a little bit more to the toe here. So I'm touching that a little bit more. When you hold a razor, these stabilizers here and there, if you put the razor over that strong edge here, you're gonna get a wobbly. You have to have this stabilizer over the corner. You can do it like this or straight like this, but you have to think about it so you don't put it over there, for then you can't get that angle right, and you can't get that what do you say, clean hone. This is a beautiful razor. It's going to be really fun to try it. The thing with this razor was that I got a email. I don't remember if it was Friday last week or something like that. And it was a guy contacted me through email and asked me if I could own this razor. He was saying that he was watching my channel and liked my channel and so on. And then he told me in the mail that he lives just 15 minutes from where I live, in Kristianstad, town Kristianstad. It was really fun. Never met that person before. So this last Saturday, he came home to me and delivered this razor and another razor, his father's razor. Both were here. And asked me if I could hold it up, and I said, of course I'm going to do it as quickly as I possibly can. I was thinking about doing it in the Sunday that went, but I had other stuff to do, and so now it's Thursday, so why not do it right now? So he's been waiting, and I've been waiting to do a shave with it. This works just great, just with the weight of the razor it cuts. So now I'm finished with this stone. Feels just great. Just gonna wipe it very gentle. When you wipe razors, by the way, don't ever cut on the paper. Try to get that queens with your fingers, but don't try to get the paper on the edge. If you want to wipe the edge, wipe it like this, because when you queens it like this and you drag, when you're using a razor and you dry it, it's very easy to cut on the edge, and the edge paper is harder than you think, so you can actually damage the edge, not by doing it once or twice, but if you do it every time you clean a razor, you wipe it like that, I can guarantee you're gonna get a much duller edge much faster if you do that way. Oh, I forgot to do, I'm gonna kill that edge too. Just very gentle, very gentle like that. And then I'm gonna take this tomato again. See, it doesn't cut. Of course, if I push, it's gonna cut. Wiping off this, because when this edge is sharp, I'm 100% sure it's from this razor, this stone. Oh, I'm gonna take a little bit snooze, sorry. Start by adding water. Feel on the surface of the stone, there is no debris. It can be hair, it can be other things in the way. I'm actually going to take this, what do you call it, flattening stone, and just rub up a little bit of slurry with this stone. It goes a little bit faster when you get the slurry. I think this will be enough. There is not much slurry right now, but just a little bit at least. Like that. Put it there. Take a new paper, all this new paper, and start with these half strokes. Start try to immerse that edge one more time. And often I get questions, what stones should I buy or what stone should I use and so on. It's difficult to say exactly what to use. I use these stones and these stones work for me. There are people that use 5 different stones, from 3,000 to 6,000, 8,000, 10,000 and 12,000, and then a finishing stone maybe and so on. So there is a lot of ways to do this. This is my way, and it's just how I do it. It doesn't mean it's the right way. Different stones work different and so on, but I have learned my way to do it. Sorry, the 6,000 grit stone works for me. It's just good enough. And if you want to start honing, look at other people, look at what they do, how they do it and so on. And then you have to practice. You have to practice a lot. I know a lot of people look at my videos and they are interested to start honing, and I tell them how I think, and I always say to them, look at other people, how they do. There's a lot of honing videos on the internet. And then try with some cheap razor and start to hone and practice, see what happens, and so on and so on. It takes time. Some people learn it faster, of course, but it's not an easy quest to do, just to start hone and think, my first hone, the razor is going to be sharp. That's not how it works. Sorry guys, but that's true. Just going to check. Let's start to get emerging this edge. Going to take a little bit close look with my loop. I rely much on the tomato and very much on the loop, so I can see how the edge looks, how much I have to hone. There's some scratch marks from the 6,000 stones. I don't have to take away all the scratches, but as much as possible. And I can't do it if I don't look with the loop. The loop shows me how it looks. This tomato tells me that it's sharp, but nothing about what I say, the scratch marks. So it can be sharp, but maybe there are still a lot of scratches from that 6,000 stone. So this is a great way for me to actually what do I say, be 100% sure that the edge is great when you both check the edge sharpness and look with the loop and see how the scratch marks is. So that's the way I do it. Now I'm starting to work more and more to the smaller part here. So I use this part to hone with. This is a straight edge, so this was actually really easy to hone. It doesn't require to do some rolling stroke like this and so on, and there is no issues with the blade. Everything seems to be aligned. The edge is perfectly, so it's a really charm to hone. Sometimes you can buy a new razor, there can be a little bit warp in it. You have to work with it a little bit different. Sometimes you have to work on the middle of the razor like this, and on the edges like this. So you have to know where the razor hits the stone, so know where to hone. I just do these strokes. I can feel it's dragging on the stone, so it tells me that this is good enough. But we shall see. I always take a look with my loop, because the loop shows me actually. I don't rely on my fingers and my feeling. I have to see it too, so I have confirmation that it works. Then I'm going to do the test again with the tomato. I think this looks just great. So now is the finishing stone left. Just gonna do test here. Yeah, it feels great. with the weight of my razor. It actually cuts. So let's do, just for fun, a couple of more of these X strokes. You don't have to overwork it. I don't know how many times I stroke a razor over a stone when I'm honing, but depends on the razor, and depends on the stone. But the razor, I can't tell you. It depends from time to time. One thing you can look at when you're honing, if the water climbs over this edge and when you drag it like this, and if you get that little bit of suction in the stone, difficult to explain it, but when you're honing you can actually feel that. Some people don't feel it in the beginning, but you have to practice and you'll learn it. So I'm satisfied with this. I'm just gonna wipe that off, and then I go back to go to my finishing stone and see how to. This time I don't kill the edge. I'm just gonna look with a loop, and that will hopefully work just great. Let's get that stone up here. As I told you, these stones, they aren't so cheap. Some people think, it depends on how rich you are, of course. Some people, they know some things are expensive. These stones are expensive. If we get even more stones, we can put a lot of money into stones, and it's fun. I don't blame people that have lots of stones. Myself, I've used a lot of stones, and some of them I have sold because, oh, I forgot it. I'm going to use this slurry stone because it's fun to try out different stones, see how they work, and you're going to find out what stone works for you. If you get just 2 stones, it might work just great, but if you try different stones, you're going to realize that they actually feel different. This is Aiwadani jnat. I had another jnat before, and I got other different jnats. I tried them, but I like this one because this is something I want to work with. It is a little softer stone, actually rather quick too, but I like this stone very much. And if you buy a big stone like this dimension like this thickness Japanese stones, you have to put a lot of money to it. But if you want to hone, buy something that you think you like and ask someone to borrow maybe, or show someone maybe can show you how honing works and so on. I think it's really fun. I don't hone so much nowadays because I don't buy old razors anymore. Sometimes I can find a razor and buy it, but I'm not seeking after these razors. I already say, try to find it in different antique stores and so on. Nowadays I just, if I happen to see a razor, I'll get that razor. The thing I do right here, you can see the slurry there. I'm just collecting that slurry from one side to the other side. So I try to push that slurry to this side as much as possible, like this. And then I'm gonna work here with the slurry. See the slurries, try to run over to that side, so I'm gonna put a little bit towel there so I get more flatter. So I can use the slurry in this side. Just starting very gentle with these half strokes. You maybe can hear the stone. You can hear the because there is a lot of slurry right now. You can actually hear it. This razor is singing to me. Really nice to hear. I'm very gentle. I don't push anything. I just glide it over the stone. And when I got the feeling, I do a little bit faster like this, and then I'm gonna start to do these X strokes again. This is a shorter stone, so I can do so long strokes, so I have to do shorter strokes. And the slurry, of course, is thicker in the beginning, and after a while when I'm using it, it's gonna duolate more, and I'm gonna add water to it, and it's gonna be finer and finer slurry to it. And when I do the last stroke, then in the end of this, I'm using only the stone. But slurry actually you can actually hone a little bit faster. Just want to see how it looks. I'm going to take a new paper here. It's been a while since I done these honing videos. I'm mumbling a lot as usual, but more than I used to do. So let's see with the loop. And I had different scratch marks, I got a haze with these Japanese jnat, and I'm looking for that haze, how it looks. Difficult to explain. Sometimes I wish I could have a camera that can actually show you how it looks. Then it's much easier to explain. Maybe in the future I buy some type of digital micro camera so I can film that edge, because it's actually fun to show people what it is I'm looking for. And it looks just great, and I'm doing more straighter X strokes like this, and I'm going to add a little bit more water and let that slurry even more. And even more like that, so it's very dilated. And I know I use a lot of water and I use a lot of slurry when I'm honing. I like it. Some people don't use so much. It's a personal thing. Personal preferences is everything. I usually use a little bit more water and slurry than other people do. Now it's the slurry is running out over this edge because I'm dragging it to the edge. So little talk about how I hone. I hope this gives you some idea. And then I'm gonna do the shave today, but I'm not gonna publish the shave before. I'm gonna wait 3 days or something. Maybe Sunday or Monday I'm gonna put the shaving video for you to see. It looks just great. There is a nice haze to it. I'm gonna finish with just a couple of strokes here. And after this, when I'm finishing with this stone here, I'm gonna, I'm gonna strop this razor. And when I strop razors, I strop them after honing. I strop it on the linen side first, 60 strops. Then I go over to the leather side and do 100 strokes. So that's my routine. So after the hone, I do 60 strops on the linen and then 100 strokes on the leather side. And that's how I do it. You see there's some slurry here and water here. Of course I have to clean it up a little bit. So it's clean and shiny, this razor. So that's that. Feels great. I check it with the tomato one more time just for fun. As you can see, it just cuts. I don't have any pressure at all. So it's just cutting like butter, or a hot knife in butter, as they say. So this is time for the strop. Really nice razor. It's going to be really fun to try it. Yeah, I know some people have told me before it's not good to use tomatoes. There's a strong acid, it can destroy the edge. But how long do I'm gonna have it? Gonna, what do you say? Find the right words. I'm thinking. Yeah, the acid is not maybe good for the razor, but what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna strop it. I'm gonna wiped with water and so on, and then going to do a shave, and then I'm going to clean it, and then going to strop it again. And how much acid is there left on this razor when I'm finished with that? Nothing at all. So I don't think the acid will destroy this edge at all, because I'm going to use it immediately. Otherwise, I'm usually take that edge and clean it with water and so on. So I get rid of these, all this little bit of slurry here and there. So I rinse it under water, clean it and dry it, and then strop it. So that's the routine I do. Okay, that was that. Hopefully this was not too boring to watch it. But this razor is ready for the strop. I'm going to hold another razor, but that one I will not film. So thank you so much for watching, everybody. Have a great upcoming weekend, and we shall see you next time, whatever it is. Bye for so long, everybody. Bye-bye.